Go Cougs. Hello, Cougars. You made it. On behalf of the more than 320,000 alumni of the University of Houston, congratulations and welcome to the alumni family. Now, I could give you a lot of advice, and you'll hear plenty of it today, so instead, let me just remind you, you are part of our family now. A Cougar family that shows up, stands together, and looks out for one another. Take care of each other and come back to campus whenever you can. You always belong here. Here are a few simple ways to stay connected. First, use your UH Go app, and now you can log in as an alum. Second, check out UH Link, where you'll find alumni networks, career resources, and so much more. But most importantly on this day, remember that you achieved something special. Whether you come from a big family or small, whether you're a legacy Cougar or the first to graduate in your family, your journey is powerful. Maybe you came from across the state, from Virginia or Florida, or as far off as the Netherlands. Whenever you started, you made it here. 1 in every 6 college graduates in Houston is a Cougar. So use that network. And if you're a UH alum in the crowd today, give yourselves a hand. As you enjoy this moment, just do a couple things for us. When your diploma arrives this summer, frame it, hang it high in your office so everyone you work with knows where you got your world-class education. And don't forget, in the middle of the word Houston is a small but mighty word, us. So when we raise our Cougar paws for the alma mater today, glance at a classmate, share a smile or a wink, and I promise you'll remember this day for the rest of your life. We're proud of you, and we're really excited for what's next. True will ever be, go Cougs.
I'm Jim Granado, Dean of the Hobby School of Public Affairs. The spring 2026 University of Houston Hobby School of Public Affairs commencement will come to order with the playing of the national anthem by the Moore School of Music and the presentation of colors by the University of Houston Battalion ROTC Color Guard. Please rise as you are able, and gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please give a round of applause to the University of Houston Battalion ROTC Color Guard. Graduates and guests of the Hobby School of Public Affairs, commencement is assembled. You may be seated. It's a great day. So today, the families, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, and administration are assembled to celebrate you, our graduates, as you complete your University of Houston academic journey in the Hobby School. A very distinguished platform party honors you today, and it is my pleasure to introduce them to you. First, we are delighted to have with us one of the members of the University of Houston System Board of Regents, whose vision has led us to becoming a Tier 1 university, and we thank them for their leadership. Welcome to the Honorable Adrian Cadaves, Student Regent of the University of Houston. Our commencement speaker, the Honorable Sean Tier, currently serves as a district attorney for Harris County. As a proud two-time alumnus of the University of Houston, his connection to our university makes this moment especially meaningful. We are truly honored to welcome him as our commencement speaker. Vice Chancellor and Vice President for Government and Community Relations, Jason Smith. Vice Chancellor and Vice President for Student Affairs, Paul Kittle. Vice President for Energy and Innovation, Ramanan Krishnamurti. Associate Dean for Graduate Studies, Sunny Wong. So he taught you guys, right? Did he jump up and down when he taught you? I remember that well. Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies, Alan Witt. Our alumni address speaker, Leonard Chan. Leonard is the president of the Hobby School of Public Affairs Alumni Association and a graduate of the Masters of Public Administration program. Next, please allow me to recognize the following Hobby School faculty members who are on stage. First, Dr. Pablo Pinto, Distinguished Professor and Director of the Center for Public Policy. Dr. Gail Buttorf, Research Associate Professor and Associate Director for the Center for Public Policy. Does she jump up and down too? Dr. Daniel Inkster, Professor and Associate Director of the Elizabeth D. Rockwell Center on Ethics and Leadership. Dr. Peter Kohling, Instructional Associate Professor and Director of Graduate Initiatives. Dr. Blake Heller, Assistant Professor of the Hobby School of Public Affairs. Dr. Nora Rakoski, Visiting Assistant Professor of Ethics and Leadership of the Elizabeth D. Rockwell Center on Ethics and Leadership. In addition, I want to recognize Nikaine Diaz, our Hobby School banner bearer and Spring 2026 candidate for Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy. Thank you, Nikaine. And finally, I want to recognize all the faculty and staff in attendance without whose guidance and teaching excellence our graduates would not be sitting here today. You're ready to receive your degrees now, guys. So please help me thank them for their dedicated service and scholarship. Well, you made it. Congratulations. Today, we, family, friends, faculty, administrators, and staff celebrate your accomplishment. Your hard work paid off. As I will tell past, current, you guys, and future graduates, it is my firm belief the Hobby way of training provides you with a firm foundation and an advantage to compete with anybody in the marketplace. This year also marks a special milestone for the Hobby School as we celebrate 10 years of the Masters of Public Policy program. Over the past decades, this program has prepared leaders, problem solvers, and public servants who are making a difference in communities across Texas, the nation, and beyond. Today's graduating class now becomes part of the proud 10-year legacy and helps shape its future. Let me add a personal side note here. MPP program was created 10 years ago. The hobby school was created 10 years ago. In addition, the first class that graduated was 9. Today, it's what, 67? Remarkable growth, and only at the University of Houston and the city of Houston. Okay, some of you heard me say this before, but I'm going to repeat it. There's 3 things I want to talk to you about. And it's going to help you achieve a successful journey as you go through your life. First, and consider this rule number 1, see things as they are, and not in ways that make you feel complacent or comfortable with yourself. This is the path to continuing self-improvement. So you got to ask yourself hard questions and deal with it. Second, don't make messes for others to clean up. This is the road to personal responsibility. And finally, always bring your A game. A C game means you are not living up to your potential. If someone else is doing better, learn from them. And then go back to rule number 1 and make changes and adapt. This 3-step process of self-improvement never ends. Never. It will serve you well. Trust me. And in this process, you will become a person that people will turn to for assistance. Being a go-to person in any organization or endeavor creates a reputation and with it momentum to go further in fulfilling your aims during your journey. You're going to get more and more responsibility, which you may not like, but because you're so good and you keep getting better, it's going to happen. And now it's time to celebrate. You are now members of the Hobby School alumni. As you heard Leonard say loudly in the other room, welcome. The faculty and staff pledge to work with you in all endeavors, great and small. Thank you. Appointed by the government of Texas and conferred by the Texas Senate, the members of the University of Houston's Board of Regents serve 6-year terms, with our student regents serving a 1-year term. They all work together to provide a vision and direction for the 3 universities in the UH system, including the University of Houston. So at this point, please welcome the Honorable Adrian Caraves.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to bring you greetings on behalf of the University of Houston System Board of Regents and to congratulate you on this special day. As student regent, I represent the 75,000 plus students in our 3 universities, including the University of Houston. And it's my honor to represent you, especially on an occasion like this. Because today is the culmination of your ambition, your perseverance, and your ability to make wise decisions, such as holding on to your dreams when you could have let go. For some, today is a historic day not only for you, but also for your entire family. I know you won't forget, but remember to thank them, as well as the friends, faculty, and staff who helped you and supported you along the way. We don't get to this point on our own. Because remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. But as Cougars, we want to go far, so we want to go together. Going together is what brought you to this stage, and it's what will carry you forward. Success doesn't happen in isolation. It takes community and connection to reach your goals. So we encourage you to build relationships, not just networks in your life. Be curious in your career, ask questions, go above and beyond, and look for connection in everyday moments. Say good morning, ask how someone's project went, meet a coworker for lunch or coffee. These simple acts build relationships that help me grow and open more doors than emailing a resume ever did. So as you leave here, carry forward the connections that shaped you and keep building new ones that will help propel you. Because with a strong community behind you, there is no limit to how far you can go. So again, on behalf of the University of Houston System Board of Regents, we are so proud of you, and we want to extend our congratulations to the class of 2026. And go Cougs.
Joining us today with a special message for all soon-to-be UH alumni is Leonard Chan. Leonard is the president of the Hobby Schools Alumni Association, a 2009 Master's of Public Administration graduate, and accreditation manager for the Houston Fire Department. Leonard also earned his bachelor's degree from Rice University in 2007, but I'm not going to hold that against him. Leonard, welcome.
Graduates, fist my bump by being here this morning. You all have the bravery gene to pursue and complete a degree at the University of Houston's Hobby School of Public Affairs. You all found someone to be brave for. That someone you are brave for is more than yourself. It is your families, your friends, and your communities. By following this path, you are throwing a Hail Mary that your personal sacrifice can make a difference. You may think you are going to be golden with your degree. You perhaps believe what you learned in the classroom meant you could show how it's done from sun up to sundown. Nothing but the truth now. Less than 3 years after graduating with my Master's of Public Administration, I was filing for unemployment. I felt like I broke into a million pieces, attending the Workforce Center Initiation Reemployment Services Orientation, which sounds like a name that only a bureaucrat could love. As I listened to a session on how to learn to type or earn a GED, my head was twisted, my heart divided, and my lives all collided. Despite the room being full, I felt like I was ghost, I was alone. I listened to my demons during those months, and no amount of soda pop could make me realize that I am more than the patterns that I am ashamed of. In my darkest moments, I learned none of us are out here on our own. I was given words of encouragement, words of great encouragement from those that I trusted to be by my side. Belief from others spurred me onwards and reminded me of who I am. I eventually landed an interview with the City of Cedar Park's Fire Department in Central Texas. The wait was so long I sent in the application that I experienced amnesia of what I even applied for. As a product of Master's of Public Administration program, I had the necessary training for city government. The countless hours of SimCity also helped, as I even brought screenshots to my interview. I, however, had no training in the fire service. My coursework oriented me towards foreign policy, not public safety. I may have won a fire safety poster contest in 2nd grade, but I have never even used a fire extinguisher at that point. As an undergraduate at Rice, I may have even duct taped a pillow against my dorm room smoke alarm. Although the scale was not as extensive as saving the stars, my role was to help an emergency service agency engage in continuous improvement in its mission to save lives and protect property. Thankfully, if I was ever climbing a ladder or donning bunker gear, I did it only for the picture, for social media. The education in the classrooms at the University of Houston provided the foundation, but every career requires a continuous development. Despite doctorates in microbiology and parapsychology, Egon Spengler still needed to build experience to successfully defeat the Stay-Puft Marshmallow Man. Anthony Stark's greatest inventions and moments happened after he earned his 3 doctorates. Then there's Ryland Grace, whose circumstances forced him to learn skills such as how to pilot a space station light years away from Earth. If these geniuses recognized the need to keep learning while on the job, so could I. This does not apply only to technical skills. As someone new to the fire service, I needed to learn about its culture, including its terminology, norms, values, and personalities. Communicating and collaborating with colleagues required the use of a common language. Artificial intelligence continues to advance, but cannot fully replace the natural ability of humans to learn from each other. This takes time and the willingness to engage others. To make it clear, you cannot just show up in a spaceball unannounced and move into someone else's cubicle. For me, sharing a cubicle with a firefighter for 6 months was not a choice. I recognized that being in a field that I did not anticipate being in, or having colleagues that I never expected to work with, could be my biggest asset. While not as extreme as one being an expert in engineering and another in radiology, my skills and experiences complemented those in uniform and have their own respective training. City governments have an obligation to serve all their constituents, especially in public safety-related services. This holds true even if you feel those constituents have spent their whole lives spreading lies about you and your profession. The people you work with and the people you serve are not demons that have no feelings. I adopted the same mentality when I ran for the Texas legislature in 2020. I suppose many of you did not realize I was on the ballot, and that is probably why I lost. Despite the temptation, I did not engage in any takedowns of my opponents or those intended to vote against me. I refused to let hatred grow out of my veins. Even before I filed for my candidacy, I recognized that my heart and my soul are worth more than power and more than gold. I refused to allow myself to idolize the position. Service to your community does not need titles. I also understood that I should not idolize any one person as the star I could rely on to win an election. On the campaign trail, I was reminded that no candidate or elected official can serve as an idol that can be our sanctuary or save us all. The way it should be done is to let the jagged edges meet the light instead. The best means to serve others is to be honest about your weaknesses and struggles while trusting your intellect and ethics. In this ever-evolving field of public service, you may be required to be fearless and undefined. You may not feel like heroes, but you are not cowards. Understand after you walk through these doors that you are not alone. The faculty, staff, classmates, and fellow alumni are more than willing to shatter the silence and shout in the quiet that message. Congratulations on graduating, and create many more moments that draw the reaction of amaze, amaze, amaze moving forward.
Thank you, Leonard. Graduation is a time for family and friends to share in the honor of the graduates, for they too have contributed their encouragement, counsel, love, and support to achieve this important end. For some families, some graduation exercises are first time ever. And I noticed some students here are wearing those sashes. For others, it continues a family tradition over one or more generations. To demonstrate our appreciation for all those who have made our graduate success possible, we would like to ask all mothers and fathers, spouses, children, grandparents, cousins, siblings, and significant others who participate in the success of our graduates to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Of course, we really appreciate your efforts and support, and I know your children do too as well. This morning we will present several groups of our best and brightest students. To begin, I'd like to recognize those students who have completed reserve officers training and are receiving their commissions as officers in the United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Would those individuals in attendance please stand? Will all current members of the military and all veterans among our graduating class or in the audience please stand and receive your applause and heartfelt appreciation for your service to our nation. Will students graduating with university honors, collegiate honors, honors, and major please stand and receive our applause. We also recognize students graduating with academic honors based on their GPA or grade point average. These honors are bestowed upon those who have demonstrated consistent excellence in their performance in the classroom and in the laboratory. They are wearing gold University Honor cords to indicate their outstanding academic standing. There are 3 levels of academic honors, and each is designated by a Latin phrase. The qualifications for each level may be found in your program. The following students are graduating with academic honors after completing their degrees while meeting the requirement listed in the commencement program. 933 University of Houston students are graduating cum laude with honors, and 6 of them are in our college. Will all cum laude students please stand and accept our congratulations? I guess some people are shy. 936 UH students are graduating magna cum laude with high honors, and 5 of them are in our college. Will all magna cum laude students please stand and be recognized? And 559 UH students are graduating summa cum laude with highest honors. It's extraordinarily difficult to achieve that ranking. 2 of them are in our college. Will those students graduating summa cum laude please stand and receive our admiration? Congratulations to each and every one of you. Now I'd like to bring up Dr. Sunny Wong to present winners of the Garnet Coleman Award for Student Excellence.
Thank you again, Dean Granado. This morning, we will present the winners of 10th Annual Garnet Coleman Award for Student Excellence. This award was created in honor of former Texas State Representative Garnet Coleman's support for the hobby schools, programs, and students, and is presented to at least one outstanding graduating hobby school undergraduate and graduate student this year. The winners of this year's awards are Paula Nakane Diaz Lopez and Michael J. King. Nakane Michael, would you please come forward to stage to receive your award? Congratulations once again to Nakane and Michael. In addition, we would like to recognize the following graduating students that are the members of Pi Alpha Alpha. Pi Alpha Alpha is the Global Honor Society for Public Affairs and Administration. The minimum requirements for undergraduate students to be inducted are to achieve and maintain a 3.7 or above GPA and the completions of approximately 70% of coursework in a public policy degree with at least 15 hours of major specific coursework. The minimum requirements for graduate students to be inducted are to achieve and maintain a 3.7 or above GPA and the complete of more than 50% of coursework in public policy, public administration degree. Please stand as you are recognized. Kimberly Larissa Gargita, Juliet Amponza, Dylan Barron, Christopher Burbridge, Sana Dadaboy, Jason Fadrick, Liam Cassette Gertitz, Grayson Golden, Greg Gutierrez, Lida Marie Hitt, Naila Hossein, Tia Hofsteller, Sophia Ilahi, Zara Eamon, Michael J. King, Sam Locasto, Paula Mendes, Dominic Connor Nisiwadami, Alfredo Pareto Pay, Joseph Ruiz, Joseph Glover Guate, Colin Watkins. Congratulations again to our Pi Alpha Alpha graduates.
It is now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Sean Tier, Harris County District Attorney and a proud lifelong Estonian who was, I guess, quite a baseball player at one time. His journey was once shaped by resilience, service, and a deep commitment to doing what is right. A two-time University of Houston graduate, he has dedicated his career to public service and now leads the very office where he spent years serving this community. His story and his work reflect a genuine belief in fairness, compassion, and responsibility to make a difference. Please welcome the Honorable Sean Tier.
Okay, good morning. I brought my own binder, so this is about an hour and a half. Buckle up. I'm kidding. It's less than 15 minutes, trust me. To be back home at the University of Houston is such an incredible honor. To you, the graduates of the Hobby School of Public Affairs, congratulations. Look around. You're the reason that this place is packed. Your parents, your professors, your mentors, they are the ones that have supported you, that have guided you, and that are rooting for you. You're the reason they're here. I'm just some guy here to give you last-minute life advice. We'll get to that, by the way, but I've got to just take a minute and say to you all and to Dean Granado and the entire team, when I graduated from this place in 2007 from the law school, this school didn't exist. The Hobby School of Public Affairs didn't exist, which means that when I was graduating, we graduated exactly 0 from this school. And to now see this incredible group in front of me with the whole support staff behind them, it warms my heart. And because of you, we as a community are going to be better. So from the bottom of my heart, as a native Houstonian and a UH alum, thank you for doing what y'all are doing. We're living through a time when many of our institutions that hold our democracy together are being tested. Fewer people trust our government. Fewer people trust the media. Fewer and fewer trust our courts, our universities, our doctors, our police officers, our prosecutors. So many systems are under pressure. And yet, here all of you are, graduating from a school devoted to public affairs and service. You're unfazed. You give all of us hope. At a time when cynicism is fashionable, you choose service. That matters more than you can know now. I know some people, probably your parents and loved ones, may have asked you, what are you going to do with this degree? All right, public affairs, okay, but like, what's the job? Maybe some of y'all have told people you love, I know I want to be in government. And I would assume some of the replies are like, seriously? In today's world, you want to be in government? I'm going to be straight with you. It's hard. Public service often asks more from you than it gives back. The hours are long. I forget what 6 straight hours of sleep feels like. The criticism is constant. You don't have much time to celebrate your victories. And sometimes the very people that you're trying to help are the ones yelling at you. In my job, I've got some stories like that if you want to hear them later. But despite all of that, how you improve the lives of others will be the most meaningful work you'll ever do. I'm going to say that again. How you improve the lives of others will be the most meaningful work you will ever do. And I know that because I'm living it right now. I grew up here in Houston. You already know that I love this school. I'm a proud alum of UH undergrad. I'm a proud alum of the UH Law Center. This university gave me an education, but more importantly, it gave me direction. It taught me that where you come from does not determine where you end up. I'm standing at the podium of my alma mater, talking to you as the Harris County District Attorney, giving life advice to the next generation. For me to say that this is one of those like pinch me moments would be a pretty big understatement. But remember, where you come from does not determine where you end up. When I was growing up, my mom struggled with an opioid addiction. That'll make you grow up fast. I learned pretty quickly how to pretend that everything was fine. And as a big brother, my priority was shielding my two younger sisters from my mom's pain. When I was 15 years old, I bailed my mom out of the Harris County Jail. I remember walking into that building in downtown Houston. I was scared, embarrassed, confused, but mostly I was angry, if I'm being honest. I was a kid. And think about it. In 1996, when I bailed her out, conventional wisdom was that all drug offenders were irredeemable criminals. And as her teenage son, that humiliated me. And frankly, it made me question my own self-worth. I didn't realize it then, but it wasn't about me. In 1996, if addiction had been treated more like the public health crisis that it is and less like a moral failure, if there had been more diversion programs that addressed the root cause of crime, more treatment opportunities, more understanding that people can break and still deserve a path back, things might have turned out differently for my mom, for my entire family. If the system had been smarter back then, she might be alive today. That experience shaped how I see justice. I became a public servant to improve the lives of others, and it's become the most meaningful work that I've ever done. Today, I'm the highest elected law enforcement official in the largest county in the state of Texas. And my office is literally next door to the jail that I bailed her out of 30 years ago. As a prosecutor, I know that our role isn't to rack up convictions. Our duty is to see that justice is done in every case. I want you to sit with that for a minute, because a lot of people don't understand what that means. Our duty is to do the right thing every time. Now, if that means that the right thing is sending someone to prison for life or seeking the highest punishment available for a crime in Texas, that's what it is. But sometimes the right thing is recognizing that accountability and redemption are not mutually exclusive. I think your generation understands this in a way that previous generations sometimes didn't. You understand that American institutions should be strong, but can also change. We can learn from our mistakes, own up to them, and do better. You understand that criminal justice reform is not the enemy of public safety. You understand we need to look at the data, at the evidence, and evolve. Compassion and competence absolutely can coexist. You also understand something else that is critically important right now. There's often a massive gap between the truth and what people believe is true. My office sees that every day. If you watch the news or you get your headlines on whatever social media platform you do, you're likely to see that crime is spiraling out of control in America. Now, does it matter that the facts tell a different story than that? It should. But But fear gets ratings. Anger drives clicks. Algorithms reward panic. Here's what we do know. Crime has dropped dramatically in Houston and in cities across America. And that didn't happen by accident. It's happening because public servants do the work. Police officers, prosecutors, judges, mental health professionals, defense attorneys, researchers, victim advocates, community leaders, and so many more. People like you getting into public service. People like you about to join the fight. People showing up every day doing difficult, almost thankless jobs to make our community safer and better. They do it with knowledge and values and belief in our system, like you're going to do it with everything you learned right here at UH. Promise me that you will not forget that, graduates. Because one of the most dangerous things happening in our country right now is the erosion of faith that our government can accomplish good things. Progress happens because people like you refuse to give in to the cynicism. That's what I hope you take from this moment. Have pride in your degree, but more than that, take with you when you leave today the willingness to do hard things in service of others. Some of you will work in government, some of you in nonprofits, some of you in the law. God help you. Some in education, some in business. Some of you even may run for office someday. And loved ones, if you want to talk them out of it, feel free to call my wife. But seriously, wherever you go, whatever you do, this country needs you. We need people who speak truth when misinformation spreads faster than facts. We need people who choose service over status. We need people who believe all problems are solvable. We need people who understand that democracy is not self-sustaining. It survives because ordinary people choose to participate in it. Because democracy is not only defended in elections. This is the work you're inheriting now. We need you. And despite all the noise around us, I look at all of you and I'm so optimistic. I've seen the compassion in your generation, the intelligence, your willingness to ask the tough questions, the way you hold my generation accountable, because frankly, we need it. The future of this country depends on people willing to make sacrifices for the good of all of us as a whole. People exactly like you. So graduates, congratulations. Houston needs you. Texas needs you. Your country needs you. And if there's one thing this University of Houston alumni can tell you with confidence, it's this. The work ahead will not always be easy, but it will absolutely always be worth it. Thank you, congratulations, and go Cougs.
Thank you, District Attorney Tier. I invite our Associate Dean for Graduate Studies, Dr. Wong, to present the graduates from the Hobby School of Public Affairs. To begin, Dr. Wong will certify the master's degree and graduate certificate candidates. The degree recipients and candidates presented here are for fall 2025 and spring 2026 and summer 2026. The degree candidate names will be read by Dr. Dan Engster, who'll be standing at that podium. He's Professor and Associate Director of the Elizabeth E. Rockwell Center on Ethics and Leadership.
Master's degree candidates, please rise and remain standing. Dean Granado, on behalf of the general faculty and faculty of the Hobby School of Public Affairs, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate master's degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred.
Kimberly Larissa Argueta. Christopher Jesse Burbridge. Grayson Golden. Greg Gutierrez. Lila Height. Sophia Lilahi. Tanya Nitrong Lee. Dominic Connor Niwadomi. Paula Celeste Padilla. Joseph Glover Quarte. David Ramirez. Zoe Walker. Sana Youssef Daduboy. Matthew Kanowski. Alfredo Prieto Pay. Andrew Cruz. Sean Brennan Dancliffe. Lauren Ruth Dufrans. Susanna Lee Flores. Jason Frederick. Suhana S. Ganshi. Saron Regasa. Neve Cosette Gerdes. Naila Hussein. Kamala Kermali. Michael J. King. Jimena Mondragon. Stephanie M. Solorzano Colindres. Nicholas T. Weber. Sarah Al-Halabi. Juan Sergio Longoria.
Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies, Dr. Witt, to present the graduates from the Hobby School of Public Affairs. To begin, Dr. Witt will certify the Bachelor of Art and Science candidates. The degree recipients and candidates presented here are for fall 2025, spring 2026, and summer 2026.
Bachelor's degree candidates, please rise and remain standing. Dean Granado, on behalf of the general faculty and faculty of the Hobby School of Public Affairs, I certify that the candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate bachelor's degree and recommend that the degrees be certified.
On behalf of the general faculty and faculty of the Hobby School of Public Affairs, I certify that candidates standing before you have fulfilled the requirements for bachelor's degree and recommend the degrees be conferred.
Paula Nicaine Diaz Lopez. Brian Giovanni Cruz Primera. An Dao. Panayotis Dimitri Georgantas. Owen P. Miller. Michael A. Perez. Eduardo Sanchez. Colin Wade Watkins. Ibrahim A. Islam. Brianna Anise Nimmons. Dylan L. Behrens. Nizube Chukwu Anwegbu. Kaylee Gallardo. Jesus Adrian Garza Perez.
I didn't know I needed it.
Angela Guzman. Abraham Guzman. Alex Hernandez Hoya.
Thank you.
Zara Imam. Rebecca Elizabeth Mejia. Caden L. Miller. Anderson Peretz Trescajo. Kelsey Nicole Rogers. Milan Sam. Sandra Paula Tehran. Bryce A. Sweeney. Maheen Samir.
Thank you, Associate Dean Witt and Associate Dean Wong. As Dean of the Hobby School of Public Affairs, I hereby attest that all degree candidates presented have been certified by the Associate Deans and are now entitled to receive their respective degrees. Will the master's degree candidates once again please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me, I have lots of power right now, by the people of the state of Texas and the University of Houston System Board of Regents, on the recommendation of the university faculty, I now confer upon each of you the respective master's degree for which you will fulfill all requirements. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will all candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand once again? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the people of the state of Texas and the University of Houston System Board of Regents, and on the recommendation of the university faculty, I now confer upon each of you the respective bachelor's degree for which you have fulfilled all requirements. You may now turn your class ring and move your tassel from right to the left. You may be seated. Congratulations to all of you, and the best of luck to you. Go Cougs. Thank you, members of the party platform and family and guests, and congratulations, our graduates. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to Dr. Dan Angster for reading the names of today's graduates. Thank you. I used to have to do that. It's not easy. To close this ceremony, please rise as you're able for the alma mater. Following the alma mater, the platform party will recess and the commencement exercises of the University of Houston's Hobby School of Public Affairs will adjourn. Be safe and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.